Ladies and gentlemen, a 19-year-old boy, Aryan Mishra, has been killed by cow vigilantes. I'm not saying allegedly. In fact, he has been killed allegedly by cow vigilantes, but the police have themselves said that one of the accused in this particular case was running a cow protection group. This incident happened near Palwal, near Faridabad, around 2 hours from the national capital. A 19-year-old, that's a class 12 student. He was shot at, not once, twice. He died on August 24th. There were others in the car, including a woman, a mother of the person who was driving the car. 5 accused have been arrested. And ACP Aman Yadav has said on record that one of them, Anil Koshy, operates a cow protection group. Why was Aryan Mishra killed? The accused, Anil, received reports from his sources that cows were smuggled in a Duster SUV. And at 1:30 in the morning, they spotted a Duster SUV. They thought it was a cow smuggler inside. But while they started chasing the car, and they chased the car at least for 30 kilometers is what parents have said, at that point, Harshit, who was on the driver's seat, thought that there was someone chasing his brother Shanky, who was accused in another criminal case in Faridabad. So he didn't stop. They were returning after eating noodles at a shop nearby. Remember, Harshit's mother was also in the car. According to the police, suspecting cattle smugglers were trying to escape. The accused started firing at the car. One round hit Aryan, possibly at the neck. Harshit pulled over the car at that moment. And the accused shot at Aryan from close range. This was a second time he was shot at, possibly at the chest. This time, it's a 19-year-old who has been killed because of what seems to be now mistaken identity. But this isn't a first. A very important interview that my colleague Priyank has done with the father. Before we go to that, let's just look at this report that Priyank sends from the ground about that Duster that was being chased.
A 19-year-old has been shot dead by cow vigilantes suspecting that he was a cattle smuggler. The incident happened on the 23rd of August, and it took 5 days for Faridabad police to finally know that who these killers were. When they the CCTV footage, they found that there was a white color vehicle which was chasing it. Finally, they came to know that there was a misinformation which was given to the cow vigilantes regarding this color and make of the vehicle which they were looking for. Aryan was along with his friend on a joyride after celebrating his friend's birthday, were going, and when his friend suspected he could be arrested by the police since he already had a case against him, he attempted to flee away, suspecting that these cow vigilantes could be the police officials. But suddenly, after a chase of approximately 25 to 30 kilometers, which was traveled in the time span of 12 minutes, which means that the vehicle could have been at a speed of 140, there was firing which happened on the left-hand side. Aryan was sitting on the left-hand side, and suddenly the bullet got hit him. There were 4 rounds which were fired, out of which 2 bullets got stuck on his head, which resulted to loss of his life. What family members have been saying that one of the accused, Anil, has also confessed in front of them that he thought that the boys were cattle smugglers. That's why they carried out this kind of crime.
And I said, as this is not the first such instance of mistaken identity, but here are some very important questions that the father of the victim, the father of the 19-year-old, is raising. My colleague Priyank spoke to him.
अनिल कोशी एक बात और बोला है सर कि मैं मुसलमान समझ के मारा हूँ। अनिल कौशिक ने बोला है ये बात कि मुसलमान समझ के मारा हूँ। मैं क्या मुसलमान, मैंने बोला हूँ वहाँ पे कि मुसलमान क्या है, इंसान नहीं है। आप टायर में मारते गोली, कहीं मारते के घेर लेते और उनको पकड़ते, और 2 लेडीज हैं, लेडीज तो जाएंगी नहीं, और उसमें गऊ पकड़ के कैसे लेंगे।
I'm being joined at this point by Raman Malik, who's a political analyst, Wing Commander Acharya, who's a spokesperson for the Congress, as well as Arvind Kumar Jain, who's a former DGP for Uttar Pradesh. Mr. Arvind Kumar Jain, may I come to you at this point? Mr. Arvind Kumar, what gives the guts to these brazen violators? I'm calling violators, but they are killers, to go about doing what they are doing with weapons illegally, killing people, in this case, a young 19-year-old.
They must be having protection of the corrupt policemen posted in the district, because they also try to locate the cattle smugglers, people who deal in transportation of cattle so that they can extort money. They must be given protection to these people. And that's why they are so very emboldened that they have been able to carry out this kind of ghastly murder. It's a pure and simple murder. And this Anil Kaushik, I'm told that the cow vigilante and the others with him, they must also be his close friends, must be same group. And it's absolutely shameful incident which is happening in 2024. How can a state government permit such vigilante groups to flourish? All these vigilante groups should be absolutely, this entire structure should be demolished in Haryana. Several incidents have taken place in Haryana, and they are absolutely shameful. And I don't think a state government and police force is taking very stern action to demoralize such groups. He might be right. He might have got information that some cattle smugglers are moving around in Duster. It is his duty to inform police. He cannot take law in his own hands. He cannot chase the vehicle. Anything could have happened. The car might have met an accident, and all the 5-6 people inside it might have died on the spot. So no, absolutely, there is no provision that you can inform police. Yes, that is there. Then it is the duty of the police to take over. But you can't take law in your hands. Very stern action is required against such groups in Haryana.
Mr. Arvind Kumar, I have more to ask you, but before I ask you more on this, let me quickly go across the panelists at this point. Raman Malik, if I can come to you, do you want to answer what the father has asked? The father has asked, how can an innocent be killed? The father has said that the accused thought that he was of a particular religion, and therefore he was killed, and that's what the father has said on record to a question that was asked of him. The father is saying, how can any innocent person be killed like this? This is not the first such instance that is happening, Raman Malik. What is the government, what is the state government looking at?
Not the personal incident happened in Haryana, or it is the last incident that is going to happen. Because there's a lot of echo. There's disturbance.
I think I'll allow you to fix, I'll allow for the audio to be fixed. There's a huge echo problem. We'll try and fix this audio. I can request my team to kindly look into this and fix Mr. Raman Malik's audio, and we will revert to him as soon as his audio is fixed. Wing Commander Anuma Acharya, concerns over cow vigilantes taking justice into their hands. Not just justice, not informing the police, but literally taking justice into their hands.
Good evening, Neha, and all the panelists. I have to ask you the first question, that who is going to authenticate the story as they came for stopping smuggling of cows? How can we ascertain that in a country where every day 80 rapes occur and victims are from the age of few months to 90 years, they were not actually chasing those women? Or perhaps to rob them for their money? Aren't we coloring a heinous crime with a religious flavor, adding a cow angle here? I'm asking this very question to you. Just don't believe what they are saying. It seems that the entire country's law and order system is shaken. The government itself has set an example by demolishing people's home with bulldozers without following the due legal processes. So they get the inspiration from here. And this has emboldened groups like Bajrang Dal, Go Rakshak Sangathan, which is an RSS, one of the Sangathan of RSS. And they've started behaving like a self-proclaimed cow protectors. Did they get this responsibility from the government?
No, but
Not me asking.
in this
If you
case,
are asking,
Wing
it's the
Commander Anuma
father.
Acharya, in this case, let's just look at this case that has unfolded. It's a 19-year-old, a class 12th student, a 19-year-old class 12 student which had gone with a group of people, including his landowner, mother, or I mean, all known people living almost together. They'd gone to enjoy a birthday party, as my colleague was saying. They had some cup of noodles, and they were returning home at 13 at night. A 19-year-old boy's life is snuffed out.
I am fully with you, but I am asking who authenticates this story that they were after the cow smugglers. This is hearsay. Those people have said, and we have agreed. Look, running a parallel justice system in this way means that the fear of the law is completely eroding.
What do you mean by this hearsay? Do you have, no, here's my question. Do you have anything in particular to say that this is only hearsay? Because the top police official has gone on record to say that this was a cow vigilante group, a case of mistaken identity. Do you have any points? Is there anything specific that you're raising in this particular case?
That's what I'm saying, that somebody has said they were chasing those people because they're cow smugglers. I mean, this is the person who is trying to save his skin. They are just saying, and police believe this. How are they not chasing those women in the car? How can you say they had no intentions of robbing those people or doing something incorrect, wrong with them? This is a country wherein the law and order is in shambles these days. Every day we hear about stories of women being raped of any age to any age. And that's what I'm saying. How can you be so certain this was this story only? Because there will be a relief flavor and everybody
Arvind
will
Kumar
believe
Jain,
this.
do you want to respond to this?
And this kind of, this so-called cow protectors, they are so confident that they don't interfere only in families' lives. They end their lives. Look at the unfortunate father of Aryan Mishra.
Okay.
And
all right. I believe I'm also being joined at this point by Raman Malik. Mr. Raman Malik, you've heard Wing Commander Anuma Acharya speak. Raman, my two questions to you. One, how do the cow vigilantes get this kind of patronage? Who's responsible for this? Police and the state government? Where are they getting this might from? If they are running a cow protection group, aren't they supposed to inform police? Who gives them the right to shoot at anybody, let alone a 19-year-old?
Yeah, as I said, I was saying earlier also when the story of voice happened, that this is a matter of investigation. Until and unless an investigation does not happen, I do not think the facts would come to light. Whether they were following this person, whether it was a cow vigilante act or what exactly happened will be only determined after the entire investigation happens. Investigation is must in something. I have no problem saying that if the person who is giving this story that yes, it was an act of cow vigilante and which went haywire, firing at somebody who is not doing any offensive act against does not give you any right. That is not a situation of self-defense if you're using an ammunition. So that has to be checked. That entire thing has to be checked, and all facts and evidences have to be made part of.
Raman Malik, just to clarify at this point, this is not something that we are cooking up. I am only saying the version of the ACP. I'm not even saying sources of what the police have said. This is none other than the Assistant Commissioner Police who has gone on record. Allow me, Mr. Raman Malik, allow me. Please indulge me with this question. Please allow me, Mr. Raman Malik. I'm just specifying because you are again and again going on about the probe. These are not stories that we are putting up. This is a statement from the ACP himself, who has gone on record to say that the accused in this particular case was running a cow protection group. This accused got an information about cows being smuggled in a duster vehicle, and that's when they started tracking a duster which they spotted at 1:30. And while this duster did not stop, they thought in this particular case it was the accused who were, not the accused, but the cow smuggler, the alleged cow smuggler who would be in the duster, and therefore he shot at. So this is not a story that we have cooked up. This is not even a source-based story that you can negate. This is a top police official on record.
I heard you. All that I am saying is, till such time a proper investigation into the matter is not happening. Elementary evidence facts are not based on the justice. There will be a difficulty in accepting the story or rejecting the story. That is one part of it. I, as a person, neither I can accept this story nor I can reject the story at this point, because no evidence facts in front of me which would make me understand, yes, these are elementary facts which make me go for the story or make me go against the story. That is one part of it. The second part of it, yes, Haryana has a clear evident danger of these cow smugglers, and they do pose threat. They do have weapons. They do smuggling of cows. They kill cows. That is a fact that is on record. So we cannot defy that also. The third most important thing is that we were being preached by Haji about rapes and other stories, which are something which are painful, because rapes are not acceptable. But at the same point, whenever my friends and senior people or other people who try and teach us, especially from Congress, I would only ask them with tilted hand, after 20 years, at least tell us where Sukanya and her family are. The nation would like to know where Sukanya and the family are.
No, sir, I think I am very clear about where this discussion is. I am very clear about what we are discussing on this show. What you want to ask the Congress and what the Congress wants to ask you, anything beyond this debate, whether it be Wing Commander Anuma Acharya or whether it be Raman Malik, sir and ma'am, with all due respect, let's just please keep to the ambit of this debate. But meanwhile, Arvind Kumar Jain, if I can come to you, I want you to respond, sir. How do you respond to Raman Malik? He's saying it's just a preliminary investigation. And at the place that where he is, it is neither, he neither can accept it or neither can reject it. The findings of the police, that is. How acceptable is this to you as a response, sir?
In my opinion, they were cow vigilantes only, because they at no stage tried to molest the women who were sitting in the car. They were after that boy who was shot. They thought he is a cow smuggler, he is a cattle smuggler, and shot him. They gave him another shot. The car stopped. I am 100% confident, and I agree with the theory of Haryana police that they are cow vigilantes. In several areas, these people, they keep on moving in the night, keeping watch, and there is a problem also. Let me explain it. That there are several vehicles moving around in the night in which they gather cattle of poor people in the villages, and they take them away forcibly, and almost dacoity sort of thing is committed, and the smugglers are there at times active in the night. But again, I am saying that police is there to enforce law and order. Police is there. If they have some information, they should have shared with the police. They have no business to chase the vehicle. They have no business to kill a boy, 19-year-old boy, and that too from an illegal weapon which was recovered from his house. They tried to mislead the police. They have thrown it in a canal or something. Later on, it was discovered from the house of Anil Kaushik. So it is a pure and simple murder. I will not actually Section 1032 of mob lynching should have been enforced against them, but it is not made out in this case. Drastic action should be taken against these criminals. Very drastic action should be taken against all these criminals who were traveling in a car in the guise of cow vigilante. And Haryana government should wake up. Haryana police should wake up. No such incidents in future should take place. A very shameful incident.
Right. And I guess even as the police officer speaks, the response from the other panelists and the political representatives also is part of the problem. I'm totally out of time. While there are stringent actions and laws that are in place, really the question is, how is this being absolutely adequate? I don't have time, but yes, Ms. Wing Commander Anumati, 30 seconds to you before I give 30 seconds to Raman Malik.
Is there a constitutional position that somebody is a cow protector? There is none.
Raman Malik, 30 seconds to what Arvind Kumar has said. 30 seconds, I will not be able to give you more time. Is your response also part of the problem?
My point is this, that I would only say this much, that the charge sheet would announce what are the material evidences about the claims of everybody. Let that material evidences come to court, and then I also believe that whatever is wrong should be condemned. But at the same time, we must not...
No, every time it is condemned, but it is on repeat mode. That also is a reality. Lives are being lost. This is absolutely unfortunate, and really, India will have to act itself together, considering it's a 19-year-old boy, very close to us, away from the national capital. A shocking incident that cannot be accepted by any measure. Raman Malik, Wing Commander Acharya, I'm sorry, I'm totally out of time, and Arvind Kumar Jain, thank you very much for joining us.